strong safety, what we call a dog position, where he has to control the guy on the line of scrimmage, tell whether he's blocking him, make the run stop, or if he's going out for a pass, he's got to cover. And in that first Mangum game, we had a little trouble with that. And we fixed that the second time around because Coach here came through for us and put in a little plan, and he had a great game that second Mangum game, his best game of the year, and made a lot of big plays. We put in a little trick for him. But he got better each week also. I don't know if he's going to play next year. He had surgery on his arm, but hopefully he'll be back with us in time to play. Landon Owens. After Landon got hurt, he had a concussion in the Mangum game. It's always nice to have a backup. And the next two games we played, neither team ran a tight end, so this guy filled in. And he was more of a cover corner type of guy, so he didn't really have to dog the tight end. Made a big play in the fourth silver game. First game to start all season. Didn't play a lot of quarter, didn't play a lot of minutes all season, but stepped up in the semifinal game, had a real big game, made a pick, and then also in the finals he had an interception and a first hit on the safety. So, you know, you guys that are backups, you got to get ready to play too, so Jim Dinsmore, come on.
What's up, John?
I would just like to say I really enjoyed this year. It's my first year coaching, and being around someone who actually wears tiger print glasses is really neat. I really enjoyed working with the defensive line this year. It's been a learning experience. Several guys, this group of guys really just has a lot of character, and I think that means a lot in order to be a successful football player and a successful person in life is character. The first guy I would like to talk to you about would be Ryan Gregory. Apparently, he didn't know what a washing machine is because he continued day after day not to wash his jersey, his undershirt. So I want to encourage his parents. Where's his parents? For the sake of the team, will you please? For the sake of me, I have a little child that's growing up. I want to see my child, you know, graduate high school. Just wash his clothes maybe once a year. But this young man, he played hard game after game. He just wanted to get better. And one moment that kind of stands out in my mind is just the way Ryan used to do belly flops. And I remember I used to hear that belly hit that ground like an earthquake. And just seeing that big red belly was really attractive. But anyway, Ryan, you come up and get your award. The next guy I'd like to talk to you is Brandon Griffiths. He filled in at the nose and the tackles, and just really was real versatile. Continued to get better as the year went along, and I was really impressed the way he ended the year, stepping up at nose and just really just being a leader and being able to give 100% and be able to show some of us his athletic ability. But however, don't get satisfied, don't get the big hit at this. But Brandon Griffiths. I did this on purpose. The two seniors, it was really a pleasure working with them. There's a scripture in Romans chapter 5, and it says that faith, love, joy, and character creates hope. And I think to see the faith that they had in themselves and the faith that God's given them to play this game, the faith that they believed that they had in the system here was just amazing. The love of the game, each day, seeing even Hunter, to give you a good example. Hunter loved to do bags every day. He loved to do belly flops every day. And no matter how tough things got, he continued to have a smile because you could see the love of the game. And I think that's what created such a great character for that senior leadership on the defensive line, and therefore created hope. No matter when the critics would, come in and talk about the defense and how they're not doing as great as the offense, but they continue to persevere and continue to show their character. And I think, from this year on, the rest of our lives, they can always just gain from this experience. That no matter how tough things get in their life, or no matter what situation that they're put in, that God did give them the faith, God did give them the character, and that they can do it. And out of that they will have hope. And I think that's very important. Hunter Bennett and Jesse Goodwin.
While I'm thinking about it, all you guys that's, when you come get your picture after, make sure you sign this football. We're going to auction a signed football off tomorrow at the auction. And I think they're going to do one for the girls basketball team, so I figure if they can get $5 or $10 for that girls basketball, we can get $600 or $800 for one of them signed footballs. I really didn't mean that. Those of you who know me know I was teasing. But anyway. All right, Coach Harrington here. No quality. I just want to stand and deal. But I'm going to take his group, bad as I hate it, and talk about his boys. After y'all get a look at these three guys that he mostly worked with, you'll get a greater appreciation for his ability to coach. I'm going to start with Josh. Josh, you start up this way while I'm talking about you. And, Josh broke into the lineup this time. He's been flirting with it there for a year or so of making the bright lights, but he did a whole lot of improvement going into his senior year this time on his strength and his quickness. Josh could have probably played several different positions for us, which is real handy because when you're in that situation, it gives you some flexibility as far as you put the whole team together. I think his strong suit, as far as what he brought to the table, was end up being his lateral ability to contain, which is one of the most important things
playing the 9 Tech end. So he did an excellent job of making plays flat, and if he wasn't able to play, he did a good job of turning back into the pursuit. And also did a real fine job for us on the kickoff team also. I think this may have been, as a kickoff cover team, this may have been the best coverage that we've had as far as getting down there and high-lowing somebody when we got there. So our left defensive end is Josh Brown. Debo played the other side. Are y'all hearing the racket?
Yeah.
About the foul. There we go. Y'all can you hear me? All right. Debo here been starting 3 years. Started making plays as soon as he got up there with us, which is, we have one coming along every once in a while, once every couple years or so that. And we've been real fortunate to have a guy that plays as hard as he plays, to do some of the things that he does for us. Probably his claim to fame is his pass rushing skill. He virtually limits the teams that we play to a 3-step drop, which for those of you that don't know how that correlates in, he makes the quarterback drop and throw real quick. That way they don't have time to do a lot of crossing routes and redirectional routes and things like that, which puts a lot more pressure on our corner. So in fact, the job that these two ends do, because we expecting our ends to give us the biggest part of the pass rush in our scheme. We want some rush out of the big team, some solid rush out of the backers, but the biggest part of our scheme is the guys off the corner got to supply the heat. And these guys did a real good job of that. Gino led us in the sack, and we also was our second leading tackle. So right defensive end is Ian Borrell. This next youngster, it's hard for me to think anything really good to say about him. His mama liked him. Boyd, start on this way, and I'll see what I do for you. Boyd's played 3 positions in every position in 3 years, which is uncommon on a lot of teams. That's not uncommon for us. We'll just walk you around here. And that makes it tough on the youngster a lot of times, but we end up putting people where we think it can best suit everybody else, so some people get to do a lot of swapping. So as a result, at the beginning of the season, he had the nature of a linebacker, was real sorry at playing there. By necessity, we had to look at it a little longer to see if it was going to work, and it almost didn't. But I think through the use of his strength and his tenacity as far as pushing and wanting to help the team, he got a little better each game. And before the season was over, he was doing the things that we had to have him do on the inside. Y'all not to forget to get your declaration. I'm glad we had to jump right in there. You can't imagine how much cloud I got around me. Well, in any case, son, it's been a trip. Enjoyed watching you and your bunch play. Oh, Adam, crazy as he is, he pegged y'all back when you was in 8th grade, didn't you, son? And a lot of these mamas will say the same thing when him and these boys get to be seniors, and I'm thinking, when these boys, they ain't gonna ever graduate. ended up being our third leading tackler, and as a father, besides as the coach, man, I'm just real pleased that he got an opportunity to play with a team that did some of the things this team did as far as work-wise and execution-wise and preparation. It was a real joy to be on both ends of the field. Yes, ma'am.
Seniors, we got him red full of us ready to come some place. We ain't ready yet. We got you ready? Okay. No, we got something on his way, and we just want to say we appreciate all the stuff you know, boys. Whether it was good or bad, but we'll probably do good in the end with it.
Eric, start this way, let's try to get this thing back on track. Eric was one of our guys that we had to play on both sides of the ball. You know, several years ago, we made a commitment to try to play a lot of people and as much as possible, you know, 2 for 2, because we felt like that gave us an edge, in the last part of the game. But as it turned out this time, we had to get a little more speed on the defensive side. We had to take a couple of offensive guys and use them on that too. Eric was one of these guys. And, I think we could see the immediate results of when we moved him and Gavin, the other guy that I was talking about, over on defense. We got that movement that we had to have that kind of put us over the hump as far as establishing our identity defensively on what we were going to have to become. On his offensive part of his business, he scored 9 touchdowns, and defensively he was our 4th leading tackler. So he was a busy young man. But I think all of us will agree that what we'll remember most about Eric this season is not him getting beat for that long pass after I just warned him at the end of the ball game at the Dome, but just a little bit after that, snatching that thing off that carpet and running that football. Matt, start this way. This first time I've seen Matt since the Dome. Somehow my schedule don't collide there, and it's just hard to see. It's always good to see. Matt's one of them guys that has worked extremely hard, both on the field and in the field. Matt's been quite a busy youngster the last few years. You know, we'll brag from time to time about some of our kids not spending time they should in the weight room. Listen, he loves to get in the weight room. And when he wasn't getting no bed, he was busy. So we had to negotiate time to get up in there and do our work. But Matthew here, Justin here, is senior year, and he got his chance to shine. And that's exactly what he did. He ended up scoring 13 touchdowns for us. Our fullback, you know, we try to base everything off the option, which means you will get about every play with a mesh, which means the fullback's going to get play out there every play, whether he's got it or whether he don't have it. So, execution-wise, everything begins with what the fullback does. And we just come off a year where we had an exceptional fullback, and we were wondering how this thing was going to turn out. And I think Matt put us all at rest and showed that he could play solid ball game in and game out, and did what he had to do to make us so special. We really appreciate his effort. either am really in his corner or either I'm really after him, one of the two things. And the reason for that is, I remember back when he was a real little guy coming out there in the yard, I had me a batting cage, and I was going to make sure Porter was a good baseball player. I had me a batting cage out there, and I remember watching them when they was real little, you know. So boy 75 balls, and he tipped 5 of them. So Chris 75 balls, and he hit you with 74 of them. So I knew he had a lot of juice, so I developed an opinion about him when he was young. Well, I force-fed him there as a youngster, and probably carried him at a little bit of a pace that was a little too fast, but I've always had extremely high aspirations for him. And finally this year, he's fulfilled them all. I think he saved his best ball to the playoffs in his senior year, and he played some fine games all along, but those last 3 games, he made that option just as dangerous and just designed to beat. And when that started happening, some things really opened up for him. Just a couple of numbers for you. He rushed for 14 touchdowns and threw for 19 touchdowns. That's a pretty good season when you end up setting out in the second half on about 8% of your ball. So, Chris, I'm proud of you. You finally got on the same page. So. Gavin's our other two-way guy who made such a big difference when he was swatting the other side of the ball. He's been solid for us for 2 years already on the offensive side. I recall the first game we started starting him when he was a sophomore, he was a heckler down here at Mango. For some reason, he didn't like Gavin, so he was hollering at him and his number and all. And I think Gavin run him up for 4 scores that night. So he got initiated to the offensive business there early. And this year, his offense, held up just the same. He got 13 TDs on offense, which is a real fine contribution offensively. But I think if we were going to register his value and how we're going to remember what he did for us this year, I think we'd have to say it was on defense. We designed our defense to put our 2 ends finesse wise and don't let anybody else outside rush past it. We put 3 down men and a down men standing up to roughhouse in the middle, and we just want to keep everybody off of him and Eric to make plays, and that's just what they did. Gavin ended up leading us in the tackles this year with 123 tackles. I don't know if we've ever had that before. And you can think of play after play that he made for us. I think he played, I'm going to remember most, is not maybe his most spectacular plays. He made a bunch of plays that were real special. But in the Kentwood game, as far as the scheme goes on what he was trying to read on stopping the counter play, we saw that key there about the second play of the game, and when I read the key, I looked to find the guy that he was supposed to be finding, and he'd already zapped it. So I knew then we were in pretty good shape on that read. So that made a big impression on him. And then as a defense, we made these kind of deals all year, and Gavin was a big part of that because of his ability to move around the field. Killer. I think Killer the last because I couldn't think of nothing good to say about it. I think my boy Kevin here has more things said about him, cuss words and whatever, I'm sure from the other team. Year than most anybody on our team. He had an opportunity to get 3 years of maturity. This is his 3rd year to run the ball. He's done an exceptional job for 3 years. Got the opportunity to run behind the line this time that was experienced, which gives him an opportunity to do his thing. And I think that he pretty much took it to the limit as far as it goes. Just a couple of quick stats. He scored 36 touchdowns. Rushed for 2,172 yards. That's 12 yards a carry. That's a 2-yard carry better than Devin. Be sure and tell one too. District MVP on offense, All Northeast MVP, Superdome MVP, Coaches All-State MVP. And if there was any other kind of one, I guess he'd have got that too. But he's been a joy to watch. I think this was a special year as far as the team-wise, that our entire team really enjoyed pulling for him and watching him do his thing on both sides of the ball, and I think he kind of enjoyed putting on the show for us. So, Kevin, it's been a hoot, and good luck to you. I appreciate your time.
I hope that you've all enjoyed the banquet. I'm sure that you have. We've enjoyed this very memorable season. Nathan, would you come up, please? Nathan is going to do the benediction. I think we have I know we have a great deal to be thankful for this successful season, our school and our community, and we've all been blessed.